Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Better Know a Highway, a series where we take a closer look at the highways and thoroughfares that cross America. In today's video, we return to New England for another Northeast Interstate, one that cuts through the heart of the region while serving several mid-sized cities, Interstate 91. Real quick, just wanted to remind you to hit that like button, always appreciate that, and to subscribe and to hit that notification bell so you can stay tuned for more episodes like this, as well as lots of other interesting videos here on VRT. And as always, enjoy the ride. Now let's get started. Interstate 91 is a north-south oriented highway running through central New England, stretching for 290 miles from the Connecticut coast to the Canadian border. It traverses a total of 3 states along its route. Starting in the south, I-93 begins at an intersection with I-95 in the city of New Haven, just off the Long Island Sound. This junction is often heavily congested, as traffic to and from the New York City metropolitan area heads through the region. From here it heads north through one of the denser populated parts of the state, eventually reaching the Connecticut River, just south of the state capital of Hartford. 91 will follow the river for most of its length. Passing through downtown Hartford, 91 junctions with I-84, which also passes through the city, at a busy, complex intersection, as well as a spur, I-291, soon after. Then, continuing north, through central Connecticut, 91 passes the Bradley International Airport, the largest airport in this region. Soon after, it crosses the Connecticut River to its eastern side and continues north to the Massachusetts border. 91 makes a straight north-south cut through central Massachusetts for 55 miles, providing a crucial link through the state. Shortly after crossing the border, it enters the Springfield metropolitan area, eventually reaching the heart of the city itself, where the highway passes directly next to the National Basketball Hall of Fame, as well as the local city arena and other major landmarks. After providing access to downtown, 91 once again crosses the Connecticut River, back to its western side, where it will remain for the majority of the route moving on. Next, I-91 has a major junction with I-90, the Massachusetts Turnpike. A toll must be paid if using this exit, but 91 itself is free for its entire length. Traveling further north through the state, 91 passes several more small cities and towns, such as Northampton and Greenfield. It should also be mentioned that throughout its length, I-91 parallels US Route 5, including in this area where the two routes are very close together and cross paths often. Eventually, 91 reaches more rural terrain and crosses into Vermont. I-91 continues its north-south orientation throughout Vermont, traveling for a total of 177 miles, most of which hugs the eastern edge of the state, with many exits providing access to towns and cities in New Hampshire just across the river to the east. The landscape is mostly rural and wooded in this section, the largest town being Brattleboro. 91 has 2 important junctions within Vermont, the first being with I-89, which links to cities further west such as Burlington and Montpelier, the state capital, and it also heads east into Lebanon, New Hampshire. Further north, 91 meets with the northern terminus of I-93, a highway that heads south into New Hampshire and eventually to Boston. Now in the northernmost part of the state, 91 finally diverges from the Connecticut River, entering the rural ski country of Vermont, passing towns such as St. Johnsbury and Newport, which is only a few miles south of the Canadian border, where I-91 ends to become Quebec Auto Route 55, at a crossing near the town of Derby Line, which itself straddles the international border. This marks the end of I-91 and its 290-mile run. So that's going to do it for this episode of Better Know a Highway. I really hope you enjoyed, and maybe you learned something too. That's kind of the point of these videos. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to check out the VRT official Discord, where you can get some very interesting discussion as well as updates about new videos and live streams, such as GeoGuessr and maybe even some gaming streams. So make sure to check that out. Link is in the description. And yeah, until next time, as always, make sure you enjoy the ride. And up next, the big one, Interstate 90. I'll see you then.